Kia ora, my name is Malachi Kurei. I'm the owner of Moko Bands, and this is my story. What I essentially do is I take the creative arts of Moko and combine it with, the iconic Kiwi gumboots. It allows the wearer to express themselves and connect with their culture in a different way. How I got started with my business was, from a young age, I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I always loved to scribble on my arms, scribble on some paper. And then one day my dad came home and he saw somebody else who had actually, done some scribbles, some moko on a pair of red band gumboots, and he's like, "You can do that for me, eh?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll give it a go." Whiria Ngā Hua program has helped me in my business by allowing me to connect through workshops with rangatahi, gain exposure through these workshops, and allowed me to inspire the youth to be able to chase their dreams. Anything that I sort of had a problem with, like on the actual business side of it, things of business itself, the tips, the basics of how to run a business properly. They also provided business mentors, and what they did for my business, it just allowed me to sort of be on that edge and trust that any decisions and choices I made, I was supported and I was backed.
It's a really cool program because it's actually around aspirational space and where we're working with whānau as a place of what their next goals are and how we can support in that space, as opposed to at the bottom of the cliff. We use the analogy of always supporting. And this program has been around how we can support. So we're not there to dictate, we're not there to take over what's already there, we're there to be a backbone and offer opportunities that they normally would not have access to. As part of this program, that could be the back of house services, so access to additional funding, it could be looking at business plans, that kind of thing, and that's where we've really seen the benefit, having the ideas from the community and being able to just give some framework and behind it to really kind of strengthen that up. This program aims to foster success. One of the big things that we've noticed in small communities is the lack of access and support for back of house functions and what to do next. We don't want to be relied on big agencies. We want to give the mana back to small communities and individual whānau, and letting them see that those are actually ideas that they could pursue, not just work for big agencies. They can actually do their own things, looking at what they're wanting to do, using their passions, and actually be able to turn that into successful businesses.
I'm hoping to have my own gumboot off by the end of this year. I've been working for the past year or so with manufacturers overseas. I've had ups and downs. I'm finally at the point to where my brand is almost here and almost ready to, reach the world. This is my story, and these are my hopes with Moko Bands. And with Whiria Ngā Hua, they'll help to get me there.